Welcome sim race fans to United Dirt Sim Series here at Volusa Park. Tonight is the opening night of the 360 Unity Series here for UDSS. It's an open setup and we have a good strong field of a 20, looks like 32 cars showing up for tonight's race. It's going to be an exciting one. You got Peck and Greenwood and Harmon all raced earlier, and Chance Crum. You got Billy Brickney and Hunter Crum. And the Shreves brothers and Stewart. You got a lot of guys that just got done running the 305 Gold here at UDSS, which was an I rating over 2,000. And those guys have jumped over to run here at Volusa in the 360. But right now in the qualifying order, these racers have a few minutes left. I believe 30 seconds before qualifying ends. And it looks like your top qualifier is Alec Peck with a 13.520, followed by Jake Greenwood in the second spot with a 13.522, Bryce Lucius with a 13.523, Caleb Harmon with a 13.525, and Chase Swafford in the top 5 with a 13.531. You got the top 12 drivers all within 7 thousandths of a second, so it's going to be a great show. We're going to start gridding up here for heat number 1 with the opening night of the 360 Unity Series. Starting grid, row number 1, number 14, Mark Jessup. Outside the front row, car number 97, Alex Hanna. In the second row, starting in the third spot, number 11, Caleb Harmon. In the outside second row, in the fourth spot, Alex Peck. In the third row, inside, number 56, Randy Shreves. In the sixth spot, number 27, Ty Williams. In the seventh spot, row number 4 on the inside, number 20, John Ruby. In the outside of the fourth row, number 8, Chris Jones in car 54. In the ninth spot in 199, Aaron Kerwitz. And in the 10th spot, car number 17, Bradley Lamberson. In the 11th spot, 6th row inside, number 99, Alex M.D. Robinson. And in the 12th spot, number 23, Timothy Bradley. This is heat number 1. Top 3 go to the main event. 4 through 10 or 4 through 12 will go into the B main event. This is our first heat of the 360 tonight. And you're going to have Mark Jessup lead them off on the inside front row. And Alex Hanna on the outside of the front row. Here they come around for the out of turn 4. They're going to go one more lap. And we're going to go down for green flag. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Design Metal Arts and Jessup Logistics, for sponsoring UDSS United Dirt Sim Series. Please go to our Facebook page and look us up. And for all you racers that love sprint car action and love racing sim racing, please come and join us at the UDSS Series. We have a 305 fixed series, gold and silver, and we also have tonight's grand opening of the 360 Unity Series. They're coming off turn 4. Going to come down for the green. Who's going to lead them off? And Mark Jessup gets a really nice jump on the inside, staying low, pulls out about a car length lead. Alex Hanna on the outside in the second spot, followed by Caleb Harmon in the third. Top 3 go to the feature, so the battle right now is going to be between 3, 4, and 5. And that's Caleb, Alex, and Randy Shreves, your today's winner in the 305 Gold Series with a dominant performance. So our battle now is pretty much for that third spot between number 11, Caleb Harmon, and number 59, Alex Peck, which I believe finished in about the second spot in the 305 series. Your leader, Jessup, now running 13.7. Best lap, 13.718. Great times for running right now. Alex Hanna still in that second spot in the blue car, running 13.79. But the battle is still brewing between the third and fourth spot, Harmon and Peck. Harmon up high. Peck's going to have to look, and here comes Randy Shears in the 56. So it's Jessup, Hanna, Harmon, and Shreves. Shreves still right on the back of Caleb Harmon's tail section with 2 laps to go. Jessup and Hanna still handling first and second. Jessup goes on the low side, coming at a 2. Holding on to a very comfortable, about a car length lead, but you never know what can happen. Oh, and Hanna goes on the bottom, almost hits the tire. Jessup goes high, and it's going to be down to a checkered flag with Jessup, Hanna, and Harmon in the top 3. Go to the final feature. Shreves, Peck, Bradley, Williams, Robinson, Ruby Gertz, and Lamberson will end up going to the B main event. Great race by Jessup. Race number 2's gridding up. Front row inside. One of the silver bad boners, you want to call him. This guy is just under 2,000 eyes rating, runs the 305 silver. Done extremely well, won 2 races, came back and finished third last night. He's starting on the pole, number 28, Hunter Crum. In the second spot, car number 51, Mark Brodick. In the second row, inside, you're going to get car number 75, Chase Swafford. And the outside of row number 2, number 43, Jake Greenwood. Inside row number 3, car number 72, Jeffrey Stewart. And in the 6th row, outside row 3, Ricky Schrader. In the 4th row, inside, in the 7th spot, number 111, Gary Denton. Outside of row number 4, Shea Paulo, number 36. In the 5th row, inside, in the 9th spot, 192, David Carnes. And in the 10th row, number 37, Dave Axton. In the 6th row, inside, in the 11th spot, number 9, Cal Regal. And in the 12th spot, outside, row 6, Christopher Stanridge. And in the 7th row, it's pretty empty. Just 2 drivers that have no names. So we're going to be coming around. Hunter Crum's going to lead them off. We're going to put our cameras on the leader and see what kind of action that we can get. And we'll go back into the action. If the battle's for third or fourth, we'll leave the leader so everybody gets some air time here with United Dirt Sim Series, UDSS. This is going to be a very fast and furious 10-lap heat race number 2. 8 laps, I apologize. Hunter Crum, that beautiful white and blue paint job, number 28. Followed on the outside of Mark Broderick. In that beautiful black and yellows, here they come. Crum starts. Nice jump by both drivers. Crum with a better jump gets about a car length already on the outside. Broderick on the outside trying to work. And then Swafford works up on the high side right on the back bumper of Crum. Crum comes off of turn number 2. It's Crum, Broderick. Oh, and we got a crash in turn number, I believe it'd be turn number 2. No yellows under heat race conditions. 7 laps to go. It's Crum, Broderick, Swafford, and Greenwood. Top 4 drivers right there, all bunched up side by side. Oh, Jeffrey Stewart now gets into Swafford. Crum and Broderick Now still in the 1 and 2 spot. Stewart, Broderick now. Crum now leading it off. Swafford in the 2nd spot. Stewart in 3rd. Broderick in the 4th. Dave Axton in the 5th, followed by David Carnes in the 6th. So Crum getting on the bottom, comes out high, coming out of 4. That's going to give Swafford a little bit of room to do an inside move on. Nice slide job. Oh, and it turns him upside down. It looks like Crum just didn't lift, but it's all unofficial. So Crum is going to still take the lead. Stewart in the 2nd spot. And Broderick, those are the top 3. No sense of fighting for the position. They got a very comfortable lead by at least 10 car lengths. Now, I'd be happy to finish in the top 3. That's what's going to transfer you into the A main event here tonight. But Stewart and Broderick is still battling. Broderick on the inside. Number 51. And that is the checkered flag. It looks like Hunter, Crum, Jeffrey Stewart, Mark Broderick. Remember, Broderick is number 4 on his car, but it shows as 51 on the ticker tape. What a great run and great battle to try to get into the feature. Nobody ever likes to run to the B or C main. But usually the B main takes 12 cars, so, you know, sometimes if you make the B, you just can't be too excited and kind of push the envelope a little bit and just finish in the top 12. 40 laps, a lot of yellows, it brings you up to the top. So if you got a good car and you start in the back, you can stay out of crashes. That can get you up in the top spot. We've seen it go in the 305 Gold and the 305 Silver Series. Some of the top 3 finishers were in the 20th position with like 10 laps to go, and a couple yellows brought them to the front. Starting in grid, row number 1, Dustin Shreves, car number 35. In the 2nd row, number 30, which is 00 on his car, Billy Brickley. In the 2nd row, inside, in the 3rd spot, Chance Crum, number 83. Bryce Lucius in the number 4 spot, car number 34. In the 3rd row, inside, starting in the 5th spot, Andrew Hansen, car number 2. And on the outside, row numbers 3, 6th position, Austin Stern. In the 7th spot, row number 4, inside, number 3, Darren Detweiler. In the 8th spot, outside of row 4, Brian Kokak. And in the 5th row, 9th spot, inside, Walker Berry, number 21, and in the 10th spot outside of row number 5, Michael Gordon. And in the 6th row inside in the 11th spot, Justin Smolin. And in the 12th spot, Jared Shipley. Welcome back to Jared Shipley. Jared's been out for a week for some personal reasons, but it's always nice to see him back into racing here with UDSS. This is heat race number 3. Top 3 go to the feature. They're going to be coming out of turn 4. We're going to keep your eye on Dustin Shreves. Dustin gets a jump, and Billy Brickley's right side by side with him. Brickley on the high side, extremely high side, but pulls out about a half a car length out on Dustin Shreves. Shreves holding on. Here comes car number 2, Andrew Hansen, and 34, Bryce. It's Brickley out in the lead, followed by Dustin Shreves, Bryce Lucius, Austin Sir, and Chance Crum. 83 and 2, battling it out for the 4th and the 5th spot. Brickley's checked out by about 8 car lengths. Dustin Shreves got about a 2 car length on Bryce Lucius. Lucius now trying to work him on the outside, followed closely by Chance Crum in car number 83. The battle for 2nd is starting to brew, or 3rd. 32 is Bryce Lucius, and Shreves now battling it out. Shreves is going to hold on to the 2nd spot. Crum and Lucius battling out for that 3rd, that final spot to move up to the feature. Oh, and it looks like Lucius got a little loose. That's going to leave it to Chance Crum to stay right on the back hill bumper of Dustin Shreves for the third spot. So the top three cars are right now in a very good position with 3 laps to go. Both of them are separated by about 3 car lengths, and the car behind, Billy Brickley, has checked out in the 00. So the battle for that third spot is, there's no contending for it. It's 83. Chance Crum going to be coming down with 1 more lap to go. Let's get our eyes now up on our leader, Billy Brickley, and seeing where he's going with it. Is he working the bottom or is he working the top? Brickley staying on the top side right now. He loves the bottom. He does some extremely exciting slide jobs in the feature, so we're going to have to keep our eye on him. But it's Brickley with the win. Dustin Shreves in that second spot. Heat. All right, starting grid. Row number 1. In the number 75, Chase Swafford. In the second spot, Walker Berry, car number 21. In the second row, number 20, car 20, John Ruby. In the second row, outside, in the fourth spot, Jake Greenwood. In the third row, inside, in the fifth position, number 24, Michael Gordon. In the sixth spot, outside, row number 3, Aaron Juritz. In the fourth row, number 36, Shea Paulo. In the eighth spot, fourth row, outside, Justin Smolin. In the fifth row, in the ninth spot, Bradley Lamberson. And in the 10th spot, Rick Schneider, car number 31. And in the sixth row, number 19, Jared Shipley. And in the 12th row, Chris Jones, car number 54. In the 7th row, number 13, Christopher Standridge. And in the 14th position, car number 00, Austin Stern. That's your lineup. We've had some really tight and close racing tonight. Track looks in great condition. Not a lot of people have been on the bottom, so that means that bottom will be saved for the main event. This is the C main event. There will be 10 laps. I believe the top 4 or top 2 will transfer. They do not have any listings for me to look at, so I believe maybe the top 4 will go to the B main event, and they'll take the top 12 after that. Oh, we got a big crash already to start it off. Walker Berry out in the lead in car number 2. So it's Walker Berry out in the lead. Aaron Jurwitz in the second spot, 199. Justin Smolin in car number 20 in that third spot. The battle for the first and second spot, there's no contenders to be seen. So we're going to have to go back to that third spot and see what's brewing in the back of the pack. In the least middle of the pack, we're going to go with Justin Smolin in that third spot and see how he's doing. Right there it is. It's Smolin, Schneider, Jones, third, fourth, and the fifth spot. Everybody's running the top side right now. If that gets wore out, you know they're going to go to the bottom in the B. All it's going to do is get wider and get a little looser throughout the main event. Chris Jones on the inside of Schmolen, but that's not going to pan out. Gets a little loose, loses about 2 car lengths on him. But Walker Berry still out in the lead very comfortably. And that's car number 21. Got a big lead, staying out front, staying on the top side, followed by Aaron, car 199. So the battle is Smolin, Jones, and Ruby, and I believe they take only 4. So the battle right now, it looks like that Schneider and Smolin's in. It's Jones that's going to have to make up some ground. He's working on the bottom with a slider job to moves up. Makes up a little bit of ground. He's only got a checkered flag, a half a lap to finish this off. And we'll have to find out how many they actually do take. But if it's only taking 3, we got a battle. It looks like Schneider's going to finish off Smolin and finish in that 3rd spot. All unofficial. Good race for the C main event. A lot of talent out there. One little mistake in the heat race could put you in the C main, and you really got to move up and finish in that top 3 or 4 spot to make the B main. But then the B main, it's kind of crazy how it works, how iRacing has it set up. You know, they take 4 out of a C or 3 out of a C, and then they take 12 out of a B. You never know, should it be smaller number or should it not? You know, that's really iRacing's decision. It's not ours. But 12 cars is an awful lot to take out of a B. You'd think it'd be a little bit less to make it more competitive, but maybe it can be a crash fest if you do that. So we're going to go to the B main event, and we're going to start off in row number 1, car 59, Alex Peck. In the 2nd spot, outside of the front row, David Carnes in 192. Starting grid in row number 2. In the 3rd spot, Andrew Hansen in car 2. In the 4th spot, Timothy Brantley in car number 23. In the 3rd row inside, in the 5th spot, Kel Regal. And in the 6th spot, Brian Kokak. In the 4th row, number 27 inside, Ty Williams. 8th spot outside of the 4th row, number 111, Gary Denton. 5th row inside in the 9th spot, Darren Detweiler in the car 3. In the 5th row outside in the 10th spot, Alex Robinson. Followed starting in the 6th row, 11th spot, number 21, Walker Berry. In the 12th spot, Aaron Gurewitz in car 199. In the 7th row, in the 13th spot, car number 31, Rick Schneider. In the 14th spot, row number 7, outside, Justin Smolin, number 29. This is going to be a great little battle here going to the feature. I believe they take 12, and there's 14 cars. Let's see what they got going here. And see, 2 might not make the show, so they're going to have to race hard, but race smart also. We're going to start off with our leader and see what kind of jump he gets when the pace truck comes off. You got your front row, Peck and Carnes, with Hansen and Brantley behind them. In row number 2, here they come. Peck with a beautiful start. Get out all by himself so he doesn't get caught up in any traffic. But here comes Andrew Hansen with an inside move, staying extremely low, running up. Now on Carnes, does a slide job, slows car down a little bit. It looks like we got a spin out coming off of turn 4. No yellow flags. So it's Alex Peck right now sitting comfortably in the 1st spot. While Hansen, Carnes, William, and Gary Denton in the 5th spot. Your top 5. See if we can get a shot of the 5th place, 6th place cars. See what's going on, brewing up. Here they come. 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's Ty Williams and Denton. Williams in the blue, number 27. In the 21, that's Walker Berry in the blue and white on the inside of Ty Williams. Oh, a little bit gets in the wall coming out of turn 2. Gets high, gets in the wall. It's still Ty Williams in the 4th spot, followed by Gary Denton in the green car in the 5th spot. Barry looking on the inside of Williams, comes out of turn number 2, does a slide job. Oh, and they touch wheels, and it looks like that could be... Can't see his number, but it could be Barry that's up in the wall. Big crash running in that 4th and 5th spot, but still Peck now having some problems. We're going to get back to your leader, and it looks like he's going to 2 laps to go. Your leader's comfortably all by himself right now. Alex Peck just working the outside, getting around Ty Williams, being a lap down. Andrew Hansen in that 2nd spot. He's going to come across the line. Looks like he's going to make the show. And 3rd spot, Ty Williams. Still working on the inside, and that's the checkered flag. It's Peck, Hansen, Williams, Barry, Carnes in the top 5, with Darren Detweiler in the 6th spot. Looks like they're going to open the track for some warm-up practice. They got 2 minutes. We're going to see who's getting on the leaderboard, if practice means anything, or some of these guys going to work the bottom, or are they going to stay up on top? Looks like the top has been worked a lot today. They got a lot of laps up on that top, and it's starting to get up higher. I noticed a couple guys got on the outside wall. They jumped the cushion. It could be caused because the cushion is actually moving up a little bit and the wall's getting closer. Not too many drivers have worked the bottom today, so the bottom's going to have some moisture. And during the practice session, we're going to see how many drivers are working the bottom here in the 360 opening night series, Unity series here with UDSS. Right now on top of your leaderboard, it looks like Bryce Lucius with a 14.7, Mark Jessup with a 15.013. Broderick is 14.9. So now Bryce Lucius brought it down to a 14.7 during practice. There's only 8 cars on the track right now. Billy Brickley moves up with a 14.9. He's moving up the ladder right now. 2nd fastest in practice. Hunter Crum now, the number 28, the blue and white car. That's number 27, but there's a number 28 out there. Crum has worked on a 3rd fastest right now in practice. Ten seconds left in practice right now. It's Lucius. Dustin Shreves now moved up that food chain up in that 2nd spot. Mark Jessup moved up that 3rd spot in practice. Brickley 4th, Hunter Crum 5, Chance Crum in the 6th spot. Roderick now in the 7th spot by Alex Peck in the 8th. Detweiler in the 9th, and Jeffrey Stewart in the top 10 just for practice. You saw these drivers just working the inside and the outside, trying to find out what's best for them. You're going to see in this main event, you're going to see some sliders, and you're going to see some great action here. And I think the sliders are going to come out of 1 and 2. 3 and 4, it's a little difficult at times. It's a little sharper corner, not as D-shaped coming out of 1 and 2. But are gridding up for the A main event feature. Starting in row number 1, inside, car number 14, Mark Jessup. In the 2nd spot, in number 28, Hunter Crum. In the 2nd row inside, in the 3rd spot, number 30, 00 on his wing, Billy Brickley. In the 4th spot, number 97, Alex Hanna. In the 3rd row, in the 5th spot, Jeffrey Stewart, number 72. And in the 6th spot, 3rd row outside, Dustin Shreves, number 35. In the 4th row, starting 7th, car number 11, Caleb Harmon. And in the outside, starting in the 8th spot, Mark Broderick in number 51. Starting in the 5th row, in the 9th position, inside, Chance Crum, number 83. And in the 10th row, outside of row number 5, Randy Shreves, car number 56. 6th row, number in the 11th spot, Dave Axton, car number 37. And in the 12th row, outside of row number 6, Bryce Lucius, number 34. Starting in the 7th row, number 13th position, car number 59, Alex Peck. And car number 14th on the outside, row number 7, Andrew Hansen. In the 8th spot, in the 15th spot, Ty Williams, number 27. And in the 16th spot, outside of row number 8, Walker Berry in number 21. In the 9th row, inside, number 17 spot, number 192, David Carnes. And in the 18th position, outside of row number 9, Darren Detweiler. In starting row number 10, inside the 19th position, Rick Schneider in number 31, and in the 20th spot, number 199, Aaron Gurewitz. In the 11th row, inside, number 21st, Justin Smolin in number 29, and in the 22nd spot, 111, Gary Denton. In the 12th row, inside, number 23rd spot, Brian Kokak in number 32, and in the 24th, Cal Regal in number 9. That's your lineup for the A main feature 40 lap here with United Dirt Sim Series final main event. Here they come to the green. It's coming right now to a great start with Mark Jessup. Jessup gets out in the lead, working on the inside. Crum works high, goes a little bit high. That's going to let Brickley move to the 2nd spot. So it's Brickley and Hannah, Stewart, and Shreves in the top 5 positions. So Brickley's working up on the high groove. Crum staying on the high side. But it's Hannah on the number 4th position working the low side. Broderick on the high side. Jeffrey Stewart working on the low side in the 5th and 6th spot. But Mark Jessup now starting to pull away, about a 3-car length lead right now on the field. But Brickley's hot on his tail on the inside. Crum still on that outside. Hunter Crum, he'll go to the bottom here shortly. Trust me. Here comes Detweiler. Oh, Detweiler was getting lapped and had some mechanical problems, and that's the yellow flag is going to come out. Detweiler, I'm sure, is going to go in the pits, get repairs, and head back and get back of the line. And still, Detweiler is known to come from the back if he has to. He's a very talented driver. And coming back of the pack is never known. You can never count it out. There's still 35 laps left. You get 3 or 4 yellows. You pass 2 or 3 cars before the next yellow. You're just moving up the food chain. And before you know it, with 5 laps left, you're sitting in the top 5 spot, making a run for the win. Remember, these drivers will get waiver rounds and black flags clears up till 30 laps. The last 10 laps, there will be no waiver rounds and probably no repairs, because that's just the way iRacing has set this up for this feature main event here with United Dirt Sim Series. But right now, you have number 14 leading the way, Mark Jessup, in that beautiful red and white paint job, followed by the buckshot himself with 00 Billy Brickley in that 2nd spot. Alex Hanna, Hunter Crum in that 3rd spot, working that high side, but eventually he will go to the bottom. And then you got Alex Hanna in number 97 in the 4th spot. Mark Broderick in the 51 in the 5th spot by Dustin Shreves in the 6th spot. Jeffrey Stewart in the 7th spot, followed by Andrew Hansen in the 8th spot. That's your top 8, with Crum and Harmon in the 9th and 10th. Yellow flags do count. We're on lap number 6 of a 40-lap feature main event. The track looks in mint condition right now. The high side is getting a little slick, but again, you just move it up and hit the cushion, and you got some forward bite. But I'll tell you, the bottom, I think, still has plenty of moisture. That's going to get a good run off. Someone's going to do a slide job, or someone's going to go to the bottom. But I don't think anybody wants to show where they're going to go right now. Jessup's working the high side. His car's working extremely well. Keep your eye on the 14. He gets to lead him off coming down to the green flag. Pace truck is getting ready to come off. Jessup goes down low where the moisture's at. Gets a great jump. Pulls away from Brickley. And Jessup hits the inside wall. Brickley gets underneath on the inside, followed by Crum and Hannah. So now Crum is on the 3rd spot, Hannah in the 4th spot, but here comes Chance Crum in the number 4, which shows 83 on the screen, and here comes a pace truck coming out, and a yellow flag comes out. I just didn't see the yellow flag come out or what caused it. Yep, can't find what caused the yellow, but I'm sure the yellow came out for a couple cars that crashed, went into pits to get fixed. This is lap 10 of a 40-lap feature main event. In the number 1 spot, Billy Brickley out in the lead, starting at 4th spot. In the 2nd spot, your early leader, Mark Jessup, car number 14th. In the 3rd spot, Crum, Hannah, 3 and 4. In the 5th spot, number 51, Mark Broderick. And in the 6th spot, Chance Crum, your top 6 in the first 3 rows. It's going to be an exciting race. See where Brickley's going to go. Brickley's probably stay on top for a little bit. He loves the bottom. He's a little catfish himself. But let's see if Mark Jessup can get close enough and do a Montana musket loader on Brickley and get him a little bit wiggly. So we're going to see if that plays a factor. But you got Hunter Crum in that 3rd spot. Alex Hanna in the 4th. Here they come down to the green. Brickley starts off high, dives down to the bottom, gets a huge jump on Mark Jessup, but Jessup stays low this time. Jessup was fast. He just clipped the inside wall that caused a little bit of melee for him that cost him under Brickley. Brickley goes high. Jessup goes down, comes out strong, but Brickley's going to hold on to that 3-car length lead coming down the straightaway. Now we got an inside move by Chance Crum. Chance Crum now moving into that, I believe, that 3rd spot now, coming around. Here they come. Now it's still Brickley, Jessup, Broderick, Crum, and Hannah, and Chance Crum. So now Mark Broderick, number 51, moves into that 3rd spot underneath Hunter Crum. Number 28 working the outside. Broderick still staying on the inside, following Mark Jessup down into out of turn 2. There's a car up on the grass. Must have jumped the cushion, went over the wall, and standing up on the grass line. Yellow flag comes out for that. Again, all you race fans out there, I apologize for the inconvenience here with me. My name's Billy, the announcer tonight. I'm just totally new to this commentating, new to the system, so I'm just learning. So please do not dislike or disrespect United Dirt Sim Series. This is all on me. Last minute, 1 minute prior to the race event, they asked me to do it. I did it, so please have a little bit of patience with me. I'll do the best I can every time I get back on here on do live broadcasting for United Dirt Sim Series. That was Walker Berry going around fast, getting his lap back, and Andrew Hansen also, Andrew Hansen, car number 2, getting his lap back. So remember, these drivers get wave around up to lap 30. The last 10 laps, they get nothing. So let's keep our eye on Billy Brickley and the start. Brickley's going to lead him off. He's a very sneaky little guy. He's a crafty veteran racer. But Mark Jessup looks like he's right with him. Jessup had to lead early for some good laps until he hit the inside wall out of 2. That gave Brickley the lead, but Jessup's been able to stay with Brickley, actually pull up on him a little bit. So we're going to come down to the green flag, 18 laps down. Pace truck will be going off the track this time around with Brickley, Jessup, Broderick, and Crum. That's Hunter Crum in the top 4 spot. Single file starts. Let's see if Jessup could hold on the back of Brickley. They're starting to get closer, starting to bunch up top 6, top 8. Boy, they're bunching up. Brickley slows down. It could really cause a melee. Brickley with a jump pulls another great jump off of Jessup. Goes to the bottom. Jessup goes to the bottom. Broderick and Crum and Chance Crum and Hammond go to the top right now. So Brickley now getting on the bottom. Jessup with a nice bottom feed on that one. He pulled up on Brickley, but lost a little bit of coming out. Mark Broderick now working the outside, coming out of turn 2, followed by Crum and Crum. That's Hunter and Chance. Jessup pulls up on the inside again, coming into 3, but he loses ground coming out. He gets in strong, but loses some forward bite. Jessup still working on the inside. Crum on the outside. Billy Brickley in the lead. Broderick in the second. Jessup now back in the third. Hunter Crum in the fourth. Chance Crum in the 5th spot. I hate to leave these top 3. I like to see what's exciting going there in the back of the pack, but we got something exciting here with 19 laps down, 21 to go. Brickley working high. That's going to give Broderick a little bit of room to make up on Brickley. Brickley's going to the extremely high side. Broderick's going to go underneath. It might take the lead this time around. Doesn't get enough momentum, but he's still staying on the bottom. Jessup now in that 3rd spot. Hunter Crum in the 4th spot. I don't want to leave this picture for you race fans. This is getting exciting because Broderick is working Brickley to death on the bottom. Is Brickley staying up there and saving the best for last? Now Broderick goes up to the top side. Brickley's going to stay up top. Broderick says, I'm not making up any ground. I'm burning my tires up, so I better follow him. Broderick jumps the cushion on Brickley. Brickley comes out of turn 2. Broderick's all over him like a blanket, covering these 2 drivers. Mark Jessup still in that 3rd spot. Hunter Crum in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. I hate to leave this, but I'm going to leave this, and we're going to go to the 3rd spot and see what's getting exciting. Broderick's still going to go single file, but we're going to hold on and see if we can find out what's going on in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot right now. Here's the battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th right now. It's still Jessup, Crum, Lucius, and Crum, followed by Jessup working the outside. Chance Crum working right behind him right now. On the bottom side, it looks like it's Lucius trying to work that bottom. Car number 34. Lucius staying on the bottom, almost hits the tire coming out of turn 4. It's still Mark Jessup, does a slider job coming out of turn 2 and gets a good run, but here comes Chance Crum back on the inside, and he does a slider on Jessup. Jessup's going to come back underneath. Lucius is going to follow him on the inside. But it's still Hunter Crum working that outside groove. Let's get back to the leaders and see if we're missing out on anything exciting and see if I missed a chance of a swap position. It's still Billy Brickley now, still got a lead, starting to pull away from Broderick. Chance now working traffic, working the bottom side, doing a slide job, coming out of 4, drifting up pretty high, but it looks like the bottom is still good in 3 and 4, but it looks like it's slicking up, coming off the corner, so it's bringing Brickley back up to the wall. So now the battle, Brickley staying up on top with 10 laps to go, starting to get in some heavy traffic, starting to pass cars now, and the back traffic, the lappers are staying on the bottom. Brickley staying on top. He's keeping his eye on Broderick. Broderick's back about 8 car lengths right now. So the battle still is for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot. It's still Chance Crum, Hunter Crum in 4th, Bryce Lucius in the 5th, Mark Jessup backing up to the 6th spot. Jessup had an extremely strong car early, but it seems like it's going away right now. He's staying on the bottom. He feels more comfortable right now. He's backing up and got a spin coming out of turn 2, and the green flag stays green. Oh, and the 7 laps to go, and the yellow flag gonna come out. Oh, this is gonna get exciting, racers. 6 laps to go. No more black flag, no more wave arounds, nothing. The top 5 is Brickley, Broderick, Crum. That's Chance Crum, number 83, number 28, Hunter Crum in the 4th spot, Bryce Lucius in the 5th, and Mark Jessup still hanging on to that 6th. But here comes your 305 gold winner, Randy Shreves, in that 7th spot. Like we said earlier, all you have to do is just count on these yellows past 2 or 3 cars every time a yellow comes out, and you're up the food chain and you're up in the top spot. So let's see what Brickley's going to do. He's going to have to get an extremely good jump on Broderick and Crum. And Hunter Crum staying on the outside. Hasn't gone to the bottom like I thought he would. But with 6 laps to go, 5 laps to go, and it's breaking down to 4 laps to go, we're going to go green, white, checkered, I'm sure. But keep your eye on Mark Jessup. Jessup had a good car. He's in the 6th spot. He led a good share of the race till Brickley got around him. He's fallen back. He stayed on the bottom. He might feel comfortable there, but right now I think everybody might just stay to the top. 2 people might go to the bottom and do some slide jobs, and we're going to see how this is going to work. I'm sure Billy's going to get into the moisture as possible for a jump and try to get the biggest lead that he can on the start, because there's only 3 laps going to be left, I believe, green, white, checkered. So your top leader, number 30, 00, Billy Brickley. In the 2nd spot, Mark Broderick. In the 3rd spot, Chance Crum, number 83. In the 4th spot, Hunter Crum. In the 5th spot, number 34, Bryce Lucius. In the 6th spot, Mark Jessup in car number 14. In the 7th spot, Randy Shreves in the 56. In the 8th spot, Caleb Harmon. In the 9th spot, Alex Peck. And Ty Williams in the 10th spot. Pace truck's going to be going off, going into the pits. Brickley's going to lead them off. Let's see what this crafty little critter can do. He's a very smart one. He's going to get in that moisture up on top, and he's going to dive to the bottom. Let's keep our eye on the 00, the buckshot, Billy Brickley. Jumps early, jumps just where he wanted to jump. As soon as that all 4 tires of the truck went into the pits, here they come. And Broderick goes on the inside, comes off turn number 2. Gets up high. Nope, doesn't get it off, but he's going to stay on the bottom. Brickley's going to stay on the high side. Here comes Chance Crum, number 83 on the top. 2 laps to go. Still, Broderick is still working that bottom, trying to work on Brickley. Comes off even Stevens, coming off turn 2, but doesn't get enough momentum, but he's going to stay there. He thought he was going to do a slide job with 1 lap to go. Brickley's coming off turn 4, and it's Broderick in the 2nd, Chance Crum in the 3rd. Checkered flag, Brickley with the win. Broderick in the 2nd spot, Chance Crum in the 3rd, Bryce Lucius in the 4th, Hunter Crum 5th, Mark Jessup holds on to his very good, strong 6th, Randy Shreves in 7th, Caleb Harmon in 8th, Alex Peck in the 9th spot, Darren Detweiler in the number 10 spot. Congratulations to Brickley, Broderick, and Crum, top 3 drivers, finishing the A main feature opening night of the 360 Unity class here with United Dirt Sim Series. We'd like to thank all your race fans for coming out and watching us, and we're going to get an interview with the top 3 drivers here in just a moment, so stick around. But anybody that's going to leave early, please go to Facebook, like. If you're under 2,000 I rating, you can race on Sunday nights in the Silver Series. In the Gold Series, if you're over 2,000, come and race in the Gold Series, and anybody could race in the 360 Series that I know of. But please check our Facebook page, and all information's there, and you can send us a message, and we appreciate you coming out and watching the 360s here with United Dirt Sim Series. Let's get an interview with our drivers. Chance, you got your ears on. Chance, you hear me? Let's see if we can go to our 2nd place driver as he can hear me. Mark, can you hear me? All right, they're right now in the race review incident. We're going to get them here, post-race interview with these guys. Chance, can you hear me? This is Billy up in the tower. Chase, Chance, can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Awesome. Hey, man, what a race. What a race. I mean, you stayed up on top for a little bit. You did a little bit of some bottom feeder. I mean, how your car feel tonight and finishing this 3rd place?
Yeah, the car's feeling really good. You know, it's just a matter of kind of chasing the track conditions with the wing slider, I think. It kind of widened out there a lot during the race, and I pretty much just kept it up on the top there for the most part. It was feeling pretty good. Got really racy there at the end, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the top seemed like that's where it was getting wider, was getting closer to the wall. You jumped the cushion once, but were you comfortable? Were you comfortable staying up on top? I mean, did you tried the bottom once or something, but did you like the top the whole time?
Yeah, for the most part, it was getting a little treacherous in 3 and 4. The cushion was getting pretty tough to run, so it was definitely nerve wracking. I was kind of white knuckling it. I'm pretty sweaty after that one, but it was a lot of fun.
Nah, that great show. First race of the 360s here with United Sim Series. Is there any other sponsors that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to give a big thank you to Wicked Cushion, Southern Pacific Farms, Kinzer Racing Sim Team, Joe's Racing Products, and CSI Shocks for all their support. Thank you to the United Dirt Sim Series for putting this on and having me. It was a lot of fun tonight.
Well, I hope you come back. You put on a hell of a show, finishing in that third spot. Uh, you can't ask for the talent that's in this series and the talent that showed up tonight. But we thank you for coming out, and we hope to see you at our next 360 race.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good guys in here, really close competition, and definitely going to come back soon.
Good. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're going to get our second place driver, Mark Broderick, here shortly, number 51. And we'll get him in the chat room. And I think we have him now. I think Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
This is Billy up in the tower. What a run! What a run, man! Congratulations. You were running that low groove, trying to squeeze in and get it. I was hoping you were going to try to do a big slider, but you stayed at the bottom pretty comfortable, and you felt like I felt that you were getting in there a little bit better than Billy on the outside, but just coming off, you didn't have that grip. But did you stay for the bottom for a reason? Did you want to come up on top and maybe try to do a slider at the end of the race?
Nah, I don't know. I was pretty tight the whole race up top. I just couldn't keep it going. I just had to lift so much off of 4 and just drag the brake to get it to turn. I knew the bottom was kind of my only chance. I thought there was more down there. I felt like I hit it good once or twice in the last 2 laps, but I just couldn't put together a full lap.
Yeah, no, I was watching and we kept the camera up on you guys, and it looks like you went in extremely good. You actually coming out was good. It's just that last little 30 or 40 feet coming off the 2 or coming off 4. It just didn't seem like you had that forward bite. But you were pretty much gaining a little bit of ground, staying side by side. But were you working the wing a little bit on the bottom, or were you pretty much leaving that alone throughout the race? Or were you moving it?
I put it back a click on the final restart, but I was kind of in the 2 to 3 range most of the race, and I think maybe I ended up at 5. I just kind of trunked it on the last lap to see if anything would happen. I was just super tight pretty much the whole time and couldn't really do a whole lot once the track got slick.
Yeah, well, it was great with our first opening for the United Dirt Sim Series, our first 360 race, and we really appreciate you coming out and finishing an extremely nice second place. Is there any of your sponsors that you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank KPR Motorsports, and I'd like to thank you for putting this on, and everyone else who puts on the show.
Well, thank you for coming out, and we hope to see you again. And it looks like I don't know what your I rating is. Oh, you're pretty high. So you got to you run the Gold Series here with UDSS?
No, I think I got invited to the series, and I just saw the league session pop up at like 9:50, so I just figured I'd join at 10 o'clock.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, and congratulations. We hope to see you again in the 360 or the 305 Gold. And thank you very much, and great racing.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's see if we can get an interview with our winner, Billy Buckshot Brickley.
How's it going, Billy?
Billy, how you doing, man? What a job tonight, man. You work. It's really one of the few times I've never seen you really work the bottom. So the top had to be pretty good, and you had to be pretty comfortable staying up there, especially with the cushion. Actually, was getting larger and wider and getting close to that wall. But you felt comfortable there?
Yeah, I don't like running the bottom, like you said. I'm not a fan of it, so it wasn't fun to be down there. But I knew it's a fast line starting off, And my guys were telling me that Broderick was coming up top, so I finally just had to say, go with it and go up there and run it. And once I got up there, it took a couple laps, but I felt real comfortable once I did get up there. So it wasn't bad. That's a nice change of pace after that 305 race. I definitely needed that.
Oh no, it was a great race. Your restarts were money, keeping your tires in the moisture, getting some forward bite. Your restarts, you definitely got a 2-3 car length lead every time. As soon as the pace car went off, you knew exactly what to do. But was your car good though? I mean, did it feel really good, or was it just off a little bit? Not because you won and you're trying to disrespect any racers, but did your car feel okay?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. It was, to start off the night, I was really loose. I threw a lot at it throughout the night, and we got it tightened up quite a bit. But there at the end, the last restart, I didn't want that restart to begin with, and then it was pretty loose coming off, so I wasn't sure if the bottom was going to be enough to be able to get by me. But we were able to hold it off and make it work. So I guess I can't complain too much.
Well, I'll tell you, and I'll tell the race fans that's listening still on the stream. What a great show, race fans. Like I told you before, this is totally new to me. The software, Billy worked his tail off for literally 2.5 hours before this race. Didn't get any practice, didn't do anything, just came on and got me hooked up in this 1 minute before this race started and said, hey, man, will you announce? And I said, sure. I don't know what kind of job I'm going to do. I don't know the racers. But literally, he worked his tail off. So I know he's tired, not just from racing, but literally on the computer for 2.5 hours. And I appreciate everything you've done for UDSS, myself here as a broadcaster and as a racer. But is there any sponsors that you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, we did. I love having you in the broadcast booth. It's great. We finally got you hooked up to be able to do it, and thank you again for that. Also, just want to cover real quick. I know we had some issues tonight, but we will get that taken care of. We do overview everything here. A bunch of our admins. I think we have 6 admins total, so we go over everything. If anybody has any questions, let us know. But I do like to thank United Dirt Sim Series, Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, Speed World Hobbies, Jessup Logistics, Design, Metal Art. Those guys, without them, we wouldn't be able to do the series, and everybody that's part of it. So, got to thank them, and thank you again, Billy, for doing the broadcast for us. I almost did the broadcast tonight after that 305 race. I was just out of it, but I'm now glad that I did not do it and decided to race.
Well, I'm glad too. I mean, I don't want all these fans to get discouraged for what we did tonight as a broadcaster. We're new to this. We're going to get better, I promise you. But all you race fans need to go out and go to our Facebook page, UDSS, pull up, come and race with us. We're getting better every week. We are getting new software. Our rules are just the best rules we could schedule and guidelines. But Billy, thank you for coming up and interviewing with me. Have a good night. Congratulations on your win, and we'll see you soon.
Yep. Thanks again, Billy, and thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all you race fans for coming watching our stream here with UDSS. We really appreciate it. Please go like our Facebook page. If you have any questions, send us a message. We'll be glad to respond it back to you as quick as possible. We want you to come and race with us. There's a bunch of great leagues out there, so spread the love. Come and race with us. Race with them. Just race. Sim racing is the best it's ever going to be. This last 2 years of sim racing has got to be phenomenal. I've only been into it. This is my about second month. I love it. Broadcasting, my first time today. I helped a little bit last week on some commentating, but I'll get better, I promise you, learning the software and seeing the lineup. So please come out and join us here at UDSS. And thank you for showing up, and thank you for watching, and have a good night, and God bless you all. Be safe.